Alastair from Trail Kale Running Co, and this is my Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris review. I'm just a regular guy who absolutely loves running and reviewing the latest running shoes and gear. My 5K PR is 20 minutes, which I'm always trying to beat. I've run countless ultramarathons around the world, and my favourite distance is the cheeky half marathon. Road or trail, I love running on them both. I'm not afraid to let you know when a running shoe is crap, but also you're definitely going to know when one blows me away. Either way, our independent running shoe reviews are always 100% honest, reliable, and hopefully you'll come away from this video having learned something new. First off, what are they for? Who are they targeted at? Well, they're Asics' most advanced lightweight race day running shoe yet. They are designed for race day, but I really like using them for speed work as well. That includes tempo runs and intervals. Now, they're specifically designed for stride style runners. What does that mean? Well, that's runners who like to increase speed by increasing their stride, rather than increasing cadence. They have a really energetic midsole and a carbon fiber plate, so they are designed to provide excellent energy return on your run. And I've noticed this working on short distances and also long distances. Certainly over longer distances, they do provide a much more efficient run, and that's really where you notice the power of the Metaspeed Sky Paris. What are the closest competitors right now then? Well, here's just a few of them. Firstly, you got the HOKA Rocket X2. Very similar ride. And then you've got the Nike Vaporfly 3, probably the closest competitor out of all of them right now, mainly because they are very close on weight, but also the width of the outsole and the footprint. More on that in just a moment. Then you've got the Nike Alphafly 3, exceptional running shoe. And finally, one of my favorites is the HOKA Cielo X1. What would be the best training shoe to complement the Metaspeed Sky Paris? Well, I'm gonna say the Asics Super Blast. This is a super trainer that's absolutely awesome, and it will handle most of your training runs so that you can switch out to the Metaspeed Sky Paris on race day. Check out my review of this one afterwards. Time to go over the key specifications of the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris then. They cost $250, which puts them very much in line with the Vaporfly and the Rocket X2. How do they fit and feel? They're true to size in length, and I would say they've got a medium width. So if you've got average size feet, these are actually going to feel like a complete dream to you. The upper is super comfortable, probably the most comfortable super shoe I've actually reviewed. Absolutely love how it feels straight out of the box, slip it on, it just feels like a cloud. You can also see just how cushioned and padded the collars and the heel counter is, and the upper is just super breathable as well. I put my hand in here, you'll be able to see my fingers, absolutely no problem through there. That's how breathable they are. And breathability really matters when you're running at high intensity, like during a race or doing speed work sessions, because your feet are going to get really hot. They're probably going to swell up a bit, so you need a bit of stretch in the upper as well. And you just need to be able to regulate temperature within the shoes nicely. The upper is what Asics is calling Motion Wrap 2. And that's basically how it's designed to kind of wrap around your foot. And it does cradle it very well. The lacing system is so nice. It creates a nice snug fit, and thanks to these nice notched laces, which is what you'll find on the Alphafly and Vaporfly as well, you get a nice secure fit when you do them up. I really love these laces. They're lightweight as well, and like I said before, tons of cushioning around the collar and a heel counter, so very comfortable upper. The midsole is using Asics FF Turbo Plus, and that is a super lightweight, responsive yet cushioned midsole foam. In the middle of that foam, you will find a carbon fiber plate. You wouldn't really know it by looking at the shoe because there are no windows to that plate. Some super shoes have a cutout on the outsole so that you can actually see the plate underneath, and some which have winged carbon fiber plates, you will see on the edge a little bit of plate poking you through. You don't see it in this shoe, but trust me, it's there. The outsole is using Asics grip, and it actually performs a lot better than I was expecting. I mean, just looking at it, you wouldn't think there would be much traction on there. It looks very slick, but if you get a little bit closer, you will notice there are some ridges on here which create a nice bit of traction, and a bit of a waffle pattern here as well. So traction is very good on the outsole, and I like how minimal it is because it reduces the overall weight. There is a 5mm drop from heel to toe. I absolutely love the 5mm drop. You see it a lot in HOKA running shoes, but it just feels the most natural to me, while still maintaining a little bit of an aggressive forward stance. And finally, they weigh 6.3 ounces. Yes, you heard that correctly. These are the lightest super shoe that I have reviewed here at Trail Kale Running Co. And that says a lot. So I recently reviewed the Nike Vaporfly 3, which is 6.5 ounces. So it just narrowly beats the Vaporfly. So that's pretty incredible. And you really notice it on a run, especially over longer distances. Moving on to the things I really love about the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris. And I guess you could call this my performance review. I'm going to start by just saying how incredibly comfortable the fit is, because that's not something you get on every racing shoe. A lot of racing shoes tend to favor performance over comfort, but I feel like this shoe right here has done an excellent job of just creating a perfect balance between the two. They're absolutely dreamy just to slip on because, like I said before, the upper is all smooth, fits and cinches down to your foot really nicely, but it's how they feel underfoot as well. And because they're so lightweight, it just feels like you're not really wearing them. It's almost like you've got an extension of your foot with just extra padding and an upgraded propulsion unit underneath. It's really quite incredible. If you're enjoying this review, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to our channel for more running shoe reviews just like this one. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. That'll let you know as soon as new videos drop. And then that comfort is extended by how breathable the upper is, and lightweight for that matter. I mean, airflow just comes in and out of this, allows your feet to radiate heat out of the shoe as well. And that all matters when you're on the run, just so that you're not really thinking about how your feet are feeling. You're just trying to stay in the zone and maintain that pace to get yourself to the finish line. And I feel like these running shoes do that really well. The next thing I love is just how lightweight they are. I mean, it's like having nothing on your feet, literally. 6.3 ounces for a size US men's 9. It's quite something. Having a shoe that's that lightweight means that being able to have a fast cadence and extend your stride length at the same time is just priceless if you want to be running faster during a race. And a lightweight shoe is going to be so beneficial for you over longer distances, because the less extra weight you've got on your feet, the less work your muscles are going to actually have to do. And then when you combine that with a carbon fiber plate and this super springy midsole foam, then it all just meshes super well together, giving you a really nice propulsive run. I absolutely love the lacing system too. Some super shoes can be a bit of a pain to put on. These are just kind of traditional, but very lightweight and minimal. It just fits around your foot. They've done a great job. The tongue stays in place as well, so it doesn't slip down. There's even a loop in the tongue. Some running shoes, believe it or not, overlook the fact you need to be able to keep your tongue in place when running, because if that slips down mid-race, you're not going to be stopping and adjusting your laces. You just don't have time for that. And because of that, you're going to be suffering for the rest of your race if it happens. So anyway, Asics has done a great job with the lacing system. I love these laces, which are notched, which give you a really nice, secure fit. And then finally, I love how they look. They're not a bulky looking shoe. They look really good on your feet. Hopefully you saw from some of the videos I showed earlier, they just look really sleek and pro. I also really like the colour too. What do you think about these racing shoes? Do you like how they look? Is there a better looking race day shoe in your opinion? Let me know in the comments down below. I really don't have many negative things to say about the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris. It's an exceptional running shoe, but if I had to call out one thing, it would be the stability. It's a little bit unfair of me to call this out, but I've noticed it, and I know some other runners will probably notice this as well. But because it has a fairly narrow footprint at the heel, this means that stability in the lateral kind of rolling perspective could just be better if it was that little bit wider. Yes, you would make the shoe heavier, but I feel like it could be better over longer distances. It would be more forgiving for a lot of runners who need a bit more of a forgiving shoe. Now, I'm not an elite runner, I just absolutely love running. So if I can have a little bit of extra stability in my shoe, that's just going to make things easier for me over a longer distance. If Asics widen that footprint, they have got an absolute killer super shoe on their hands. But let's face it, it's already insanely good. Are they worth $250 then? Yes, they're 100% worth $250. Now these are probably one of my favorite super shoes right now. I'm going to say they tie the top spot with the HOKA Cielo X1. They're very different super shoes. The HOKA Cielo X1 is a more forgiving super shoe and it's quite a bit heavier. But this one is just pure all-out speed and I really love it for that. So that's why I'm putting them both at the top right now. If you look at the bottom, you'll see the heel is actually quite a bit wider on the Cielo X1. So yes, 100% worth $250. I think that's really fairly priced for a super lightweight shoe like this that has a carbon fiber plate, really responsive midsole foam, and a super comfortable upper right out the box. Not every race day shoe actually meshes all that together very well. And when they're that expensive, you do expect a little bit more for your money. And the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris certainly delivers there. So if you are on the lookout for a super shoe and you have average width feet, you've got to give these a try. You're going to absolutely love them. Well, thanks for watching this Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris review. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some insights as to whether this race day shoe is going to be for you. If you still have questions, just drop them down in the comments down below. I always love replying to you guys, so just whatever you have, drop it down below and I'll get back to you really soon. Well, thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time. Peace.